Hello, and welcome to the first episode of the Reawakened Mom Podcast. I am so happy and thankful that you are here and on this journey with me. My name is Melissa Clampett, and I am the host. And I wanted to come on today as the first episode and do a little tiny intro, tell you a little bit about the podcast, why I'm starting it, and then I want to jump into this concept of new year, new you, and kind of ixnay that idea, and move into something that I want to call New Year Find You. So I'm Melissa Clampett. Those of you that know me, I can never remember how old I am, but I thought about it before I got on here. I'm 44 years old. I'm sitting here right now in my office recording this podcast. I don't use headphones. I don't have anything fancy. I have a ring light. I'm sitting here because it's chilly with a pink fuzzy blanket wrapped around my legs, and it just feels really good to be here talking to you. I hope that you are listening while you're driving or taking the kids to school, or maybe you're in the bath. Maybe you're cooking dinner. Maybe you're actually relaxing on the couch. But I want to come to you and just be authentically myself. I have to share with you, it's January 2022, and I'm doing Gabby Bernstein's manifestation 21 days, I think it is. I'm not even sure, but it's a manifestation challenge. And yesterday it was to pick a sign, right? I pick an owl because I love owls and I love their meaning. And I just pulled a card before I started this podcast recording. You won't be able to see this on the podcast, but if you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see. I picked a card with an owl on it, and it says the universe has your back. I mean, I want to start crying right now. So those of you that know me, and I'm coming authentically as myself, I'll probably cry on this podcast. I feel all the emotions. I want to really step in and give you permission to step in to who you truly are. You won't see me with really much makeup on. My hair isn't done. If you go and watch on YouTube, it's just me. And that's what I love, and that's what I'm stepping into in these 44 years that I have been on this planet, in this body. I am just coming and really stepping into who I really truly am and loving it. And so I want to talk to you about that in a little bit. But happy 2022. How is it going for you so far? My word of the year, I don't know if you do words of the year, but this year, my word is joy, because last year, and of course the last 2 years have been insane. We're not even going to go into that, but I really wanted more joy in my life in all areas. Joy in my relationships, whether that's in my marriage, with my kids, with my friends, in business. I wear many hats. You'll get to know me in that area. But in real life, if you know me, I wear a lot of different business hats. And that's part of who I'm designed to be. And I enjoy that and I love it. So I wear lots of hats in business, and I just want to have joy in all those things, and all the things that I'm running, in all the areas where I am dedicating and spending my time. I want to have joy, because I do believe that if I have joy in every single area of my life, then true abundance and true love and all of the things and the goals that I want to hit in my life, they'll flow to me because I'm having fun and I'm having a good time and I'm doing what feels good to me, right? So I didn't choose any achieving word this year, any hardcore word like I've done in the past. This year for me is really all about joy. So the people that are coming on this podcast that are my guests, they're going to bring me joy. I'm very strict about who comes on here and who I share my energy with, because that's just how I am in life. And so I know that the people that are going to come on this podcast and share with you so that you can be listening to them, they're going to add so much value and energy and abundance into your life. So So anyway, so word of the year is joy. If you have a word of the year that you have picked out, I would love for you to share it with me. Jump in the Facebook group and let me know what your word is. But I want to talk about why I started this podcast. This actually has been on my mind for the last 3 years. I think it was 3 years ago. I mean, honestly, we just lived in a time warp. So I don't even know what's happening, but I think it was 3 years ago. I went to Lori Harder's Bliss Project out in California. I had such an amazing time and I was surrounded by all of these incredible women. But what so many women and what so many moms said was that they had lost themselves after having kids. They had dedicated their time, and maybe this is you and you can relate, but they had dedicated so much time to, doing all the things right, being the good mom, feeding their kids the right foods, making sure that they have their friends and their activities and are doing all the things for their kids, that they had really forgotten who they were as a human, right? Not saying that we don't love our kids, because oh my God, we love our kids terribly and deeply, but we are a person ourselves. True? Right. Give me a thumbs up. It's a true, right? Give me a oh yeah when you're driving in the car. And so many women had said they had forgotten themselves and they had stopped their dreams, their goals, and things that they wanted to do before they had kids. And so I was getting ready. I should preface that. I was getting ready to get on an airplane to fly back to Delaware. And I said, you know what? I have to do this. I have to do a passion project. I have to share other stories, because as moms, we feel so alone, right? You feel like you're the only one going through something. And you can hear me get choked up because it's real life. You feel like you're alone in a situation. And I was like, I need to share other women's stories because we are not alone. So if you're listening, girl, you're not alone. Whatever you're going through, somebody has been through it. Somebody is going through it. There's lots of somebody's going through it right now, but you're not alone. So before I got on the airplane, I was like, listen, if I don't do this now and I don't send out this message to this Bliss Project group that I'm in, then I just know that I'm going to talk myself out of it. Who am I, right? Who am I to do this? Oh, it's already been done. No one will say yes. No one will say yes to me. They don't even know me. I'm this little girl from Delaware. Like nobody's going to want to be a part of this. And so I knew I would talk myself out of it after, a couple hours of flying home. Or I would delay myself. That's something that I do, procrastinate. And then I'm like, oh, it's too late now. Like everyone that I talked to would forget that we would have that conversation. So I told myself I was going to do it before I got on the plane. So I put a message together and say, hey, I want to do a passion project the month of May. This was March. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I just want to do some interviews. I think it'd be really powerful. Who says yes? Who would want to do it? So, fly home, get to the airport. I don't know. I don't think I took a red eye, but get to the airport, drive home. It's a 2.5 hour drive home, not forget about it. But I think the next day probably had to get my kids ready for school, something like that. And when I checked my message, oh my gosh, friends, I had over 20 some people that had responded, yes, I want to share my story. This is so needed. I have felt this way before. I have felt alone. I have given up on my dreams. I have put myself last. And so that's what I did. So I did the Reawakened Mom. It was a passion project a couple years ago. I actually interviewed, I was way over my head. I didn't know what I was doing, but I figured it out, right? We figured it out. I interviewed 27 women in the month of May and shared their stories. And I had a Facebook group, and it was just so amazing. And so that had been sitting on my heart. But honestly, after the month of May, I was exhausted and I kind of put it to rest. And it's been really sitting on my heart how we as moms need so much community. And we need to know that we aren't alone. And so I decided in October, I was actually working with my business coach, and I was like, I am going to totally blow your mind right now and shift gears because I really want to start a podcast. I really want to talk to people. I really want to share people's stories because I know when I listen to a podcast or I watch a video and I hear someone else share something that they have been through, that I can say, oh my gosh, it's not just me. And I know that there's so many women that I know. Gosh, ladies, wait till you hear some of these interviews coming up. Oh, they're so good. Um, but I knew that I had to do it because I love to talk to people. I love to be curious about people. I love to hear women's stories. I love to shine a light on other people. And so here I am. The Reawakened Mom Podcast was born. Started the process in October of 2021 and knew that I had to launch on 1/11/22. So here it is, the Reawakened Mom Podcast. And my goal is to do some interviews, share them, once a week. And then I'm going to do some solo episodes and then some tiny, tiny short episodes every once in a while when I feel inclined to share on a Friday. And those will come out and they will be like little snippets of something that maybe came up for me or that I've been hearing a lot in my community or with moms. So here we are. And so I'm so thankful that you are here and listening and taking some time out of your day, because as moms, we can get so overwhelmed and so busy. I'm air quoting, busy with all the things that we don't do anything for ourselves. So I totally get listening to this while you're in the car, going to the grocery store while you're making dinner. Those are the times when I love to listen to podcasts myself. So maybe you're the same as me, or when I'm cleaning around the house and tinkering, getting things done. But maybe you're going to actually be able to sit and listen to this. Like you're going to dedicate some time, out of your day when you can focus and listen and be inspired at the same time. That's my goal. So that's a little bit about where the podcast came from, why I knew that now was the right time. After the last 2 years of craziness, my kids were home, no sports, a lot of activities we did not have, a lot of the things that I loved to do because I love people, and I love seeing people in real life. It was all shut down, right? So some things got really dark over the last 2 years. And so this is kind of like a coming out. It's a power, it's like a power struggle, or like a power of just coming into who I am and who you are and who you want to be, and taking back the reins of yourself. And so that leads perfectly into new year, new you. I am like boycotting that. And I will be honest that I, for so many years, was so supportive of that. Oh my God, new year, new you. Let's go, girl. Let's do all the things. Let's work out and let's change who you are. And I'm going to tell you that this last year, that was like, oh, no, no, no. When I started seeing those in December, I actually was getting a visceral feeling in my body, like almost like a sickness in my stomach, because girl, you don't need a new you. You are perfect the way you are. And sure, we all have things that we want to change about ourselves, but you are uniquely designed to be who you are. You do not need a new you. Now, maybe there's things you want to upgrade, right? You want to upgrade your mindset. Maybe you want to upgrade how you're eating. You want to upgrade going to the gym. You want to upgrade your adventures. You want to upgrade the way, meditation. You want to upgrade how you speak to your kids, your relationships. Maybe you want to upgrade, right? But in no way should you feel that you need to be a different person. And so I am totally boycotting, like not a favorable opinion, maybe, new year, new you, because you don't need a new you. So what I'm proposing is a new year, find you. Find you. Because we've forgotten who we are. We have listened to society and social media and everyone's highlight reels and, oh my gosh, the information overload. right? Of how we are told that we're supposed to be and who we are supposed to be and how we are supposed to act and how you are supposed to parent and how you are supposed to dress and oh my gosh, how you have to show up on social media and then how you have to parent, what your house should look like. It is like way too much. And so I am suggesting we start a hashtag New Year Find You movement because I am sick and tired of seeing so many people that, and including myself, forget who in the heck you are. You have let other people, or, you just gotten tired and you're letting yourself be lost. You don't know who you are anymore. And so you're tired. So you just let all of these feelings, all of these things that you've watched, oh my gosh, you don't want to make any more decisions. I mean, good golly. Decision fatigue is legit, my friends. Like, say heck yeah. Give me a high five in the car if you agree with me on that, because my brain is tired. And so it's just easier to let other people sometimes dictate, right? It's just easier to watch other people living their life. It's just easier. And sometimes moms don't, we just want it to be freaking easy because we have to make all the decisions like all day long. And so if somebody's like, this is just what you should do, sometimes we just listen. We just let them tell us what to do because we have been dictating our family, our kids, our spouse, ourselves, and we're tired, right? So you need to rest, mama. You need to rest. And then you need to come back to yourself. You need to find you and who you truly are because we need you. And that's what I say at the end. We need you. We need your voice. We need your opinion. We need you to stand up when others won't stand up. So it's new you, find you. How do you find you? You're asking. I know. How do you do that? Doesn't matter if you're 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I don't know how old you are listening to this. It doesn't really matter. We all are going through a lot of the same thing. How do you find you? Well, you could sit in silence for a little bit, whatever that means. I know, right? Your kids are coming into the bathroom. You have no time to yourself. I get it. But what if you could just find 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and you could just sit there in silence? Take a freaking breath. Take a breath. Remember, you woke up today. You are alive. You are a gift. Find something to be grateful for. Make a list, my friend. Sit down and write down who you are. Think about what brought you joy when you were younger, before you had kids. I was talking to a friend and she's like, oh, I used to love to paint, but I don't have any time anymore. But if that brought you joy and happiness, you can find the time. So I give you permission. Okay. I give you permission. Use my permission until you can find your own, that you are meant to be who you truly are. You do not need a new you. Okay. You need to go into your heart and into your soul and find who you are and what you used to love to do and what your goals were and your values and what's important to you. It's not going to be the same as what's important to me. It shouldn't be. We don't need to compare notes. This is your journey. This is your life. So finding you is your top priority this year. Remembering who you are. You are strong. You are powerful. You are an amazing mom, even if you yell at your kids. Good golly. Every day of my life, I feel like I'm going to be calm today. I say to myself, I'm going to be calm. I'm going to take a deep breath. And then something happens and I become She-Hulk. I mean, oh, just give yourself a break. Like, there's so many worse things. Your kids are going to be okay. Okay. They love you and support you, and it's okay. And finding yourself is the best gift that you can do for everyone in your family, because maybe right now you have resentment. Maybe you're resenting that you don't have any time to yourself. Maybe you're resenting your spouse, or you're resenting your kids because you have to take them to all these different places. I know, I've been there, and it doesn't have to be that way. And you can come home to yourself, and it's going to be hard, and it might be a struggle, and it might be emotional, and you might get frustrated, and you might want to give up, but you're with yourself 24 hours a day. So you should kind of know who you are, and you should put yourself first. Just like they say on the airplane, I know it's cliche and you hear it everywhere you go. You have to put your oxygen mask on first. You have to. You can't take any care of anyone else if you're not taking care of yourself, mama. Okay? So I'm encouraging you. I'm supporting you. I'm here for you to really, in this new year, to find you. We need to rise up. We need to stand up strong and powerful in who we are as humanity, but as women. We can do so much good with our voices, with our energy, with our thoughtfulness, with the way we run our households. I mean, snap. We can do so many things. And we don't need clones. We don't need a new me. We don't need 20,000 people that all are the same. Heck to the no. Stamp. Denied. Vetoed. Delete. No. You are like one in, I don't know the number, a billion. I'm going to mess it up. Someone let me know the real number. But you were made uniquely the way you are, the day you were born, the time you were born, the location you were born, all of it. No one else is like you. 0%. Even if you're a twin. I don't know. I have a twin. My husband's a twin. My nieces are twins. They're not the same. You are unique and you are powerful. Okay, what I want to do real quick. If you're driving, don't do this, but just listen. But if you are at a place where you can just close your eyes for a minute, and if you feel comfortable, I just want to do a gentle, just meditation, just a visualization, just of feeling back in your body of who you are. So just close your eyes real quick. Get comfortable in your skin, in your seat, wherever you're sitting. Maybe it's in the car waiting to pick your kids up at school, but just take a deep breath. Drop your shoulders. Close your eyes. Listen to listen to my voice, but listen to what's around you. Do you hear birds? Do you hear traffic? Are you at the beach? Just be where you are in this moment. Be grateful. If you're in your car, if you're on your couch, if you're in your bed, maybe you're on a walk, maybe you're on a beautiful mountain somewhere. Be so grateful where you are right now. And I want you to thinking about this, who am I? What does finding me mean? What do I love? What did I love? What brought me joy? What brings me joy? Is it playing games? Is it adventures? Did it used to be dancing, drawing, pottery, roller derby? Like, what makes you unique? And think about that. Feel that. Visualize yourself doing whatever that is. And it feels so good. And know that you can do that again. You can be that person again. She might be a little lost right now, but she's on her way home. You've left the breadcrumbs for her. She's coming back. Think about how you want to be in your day. You want to be calmer? Do you want to have more fun? Do you want to smile more? Do you want to laugh more? Do you want to play more? Oh my gosh, our days are so filled. Do you want to enjoy a cup of coffee more? What do you want it to look like? How do you want it to feel? What's important to you, my friend? Think about that. Your family, your friends, work, business. What's important to you? What are your values? And make sure you're putting those in your day. This is who you are. Remembering the things that you love. Remembering the things that bring you joy. Remembering the things that make you happy. Take a deep breath. Open your eyes. And here you are. Amazing, just the way you are. And if you feel like it, you can always take a piece of paper out, write something down that came up for you. I highly suggest join our Facebook group, the Reawakened Mom group. Join us in there. Share what came up for you. What did you remember that maybe you forgot? Because sometimes, ladies, if we don't put ourselves first, if we don't put ourselves in our schedule and in our calendar, nobody's going to do that for us. And by the end of the day, you're tired and you're exhausted. So put yourself first as soon as you wake up in the morning. Wake up 2 minutes earlier. Sit quietly. Remember who you are. Remember how strong you are. Remember how important you are. Remember the things you've accomplished. Remember you've had a baby. Good golly, your body is magical. And that's it. That's my episode today. I just want to welcome you and thank you for being here. I appreciate you for listening. You know, if you come along and you're like, yeah, this isn't for me, that's okay too. Not everybody likes everything, and that's okay. And I want you to know that and give yourself permission to not follow what everybody else is doing. But if you're really enjoying this, just keep listening, because this is how I show up in the world. I show up authentically as myself, and I'm really proud of that. And I want you to show up authentically as yourself and be messy and sloppy if you want to be. And right now, this is a secret. I have dishes in my sink, and they are piled up over both sinks, actually. And I'm okay with that. And I was able to still come in here and record a podcast episode with dishes in my sink. And the dishwasher is full of clean dishes. And I have laundry in the wash. And before I would not, I would have to take care of that before I can move on. But it's okay. You can find ways, things that you can bless and release. You know what else I did? I had asked, hey, can my boys come over and spend the night at your house tonight, to my parents, so that I can work on this? And asking for help, that's okay too. Maybe you need to do that too, so that you can go take a bubble bath in peace and not have a little one jump in with you. So I just want to thank you for being here today. I hope that you were able to take some kind of note away from this, or little doodle in your head, or a thought, or something that will just help you get through your day, or make you smile a little bit, or make you think, yeah, you know what? I do need to come back to myself. I do need to remember who the heck I am, because I am freaking fabulous. And if I did that for you, girl, you're my best friend. Okay. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job, girl. But anyway, so I'm just coming on here. I love to ramble. I love to share. And I hope that you were able to find a little bit of comfort, a little bit of ease, a little bit of fun, and feel like we're just sitting having a conversation. And I'm just right in your ears, just talking to you like I was sitting right next to you at a coffee shop. So I will see you again soon, my friend, and enjoy the rest of the episodes. And I will talk to you later.